Hello YouTube, iFixItAll here, Team iFixItAll. So I'm working on a new project today, or started on it yesterday-ish. We've got our berry patch right through here, and that area right through there, we're going to grow it more for berries. And what I've decided to do was, the chickens are attacking it. They've obliterated my strawberry patch. I had that all set in there with strawberries and such, and yeah, they just killed it. But I've got a problem. I've got a lot of blueberries coming on. Thick as thieves in there. Gobs. Gobs. And I don't want the chickens to be getting to it. So what I've decided to do was, we had a makeshift net over this for the past couple of years, and it's finally served its purpose. So I decided, I got sent some seeds from a viewer, Moonchild, and we've got now a reason to have a dedicated herb area in the yard. So what I've done is I've stair-stepped in a good starting point for herb bed boxes. They're about 2 foot by 2 foot-ish. And the way I overcame the grade is simple tech of just putting a log here, etch out. Well, I've rototilled that out, of course, you can see that, but then take a 2 foot round, set it there, take that 2 foot round, etch it out, get it somewhat level-ish, that log in reference to that log. And then I do a lean-to log sitting on top of that, scoot back about 2 foot, and recess that log down, get it level with that lean-to log. And I wash, rinse, and repeat all the way up the bank. And I've got 10 stalls. I got 10 beds, 2 foot by 2 foot. And total length here is about 28 feet-ish. Got a string to kind of keep myself true on what I'm doing. And there is a gap here. Believe it or not, that's our walkway. Because I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, walking down the line. But in order to keep the dirt in from the build from when I did the raised garden beds, anybody new, go backwards on my videos from, it'll be real easy, just scroll backwards till you start seeing a bunch of this stuff. It's called Pallet and Hoop Raised Garden Bed Series, part 1 through 18, or whatever. So here I got these herb beds, and what I'll do is I'll take a scrap half-inch, there's scrap pallet boards. What I'll do is I'll nail one here to here on both sides, and then I'll nail one from here to the lower log on both sides, from the upper to the lower log, both sides. Wash, rinse, and repeat all the way up the bank. That way I can now, hi Bookie, want to be YouTube famous? Yeah. This is the way I can trap the dirt in. And the dirt, probably half of the dirt's coming out because I'll go up there to my mulch pile and kind of stir in mulch, spice up the dirt a little bit. And the excess dirt, I can kind of replenish the strawberry bed with some additional mulch and some compost. Strawberries love compost. And I have me a blue drum over there with water and grass clippings that's cooking in the sun right now to create a good broth so I can water some of the plants that I want to give a nitrogen boost to. Google that out if you want. But this right here needs protected from chickens. So I have to build an arch similar to my pond that I built. I'll be using bamboo where the arches will go over the entire area. And you kind of wonder to yourself, you know, this is the day the algebra geometry teacher, you know, this is the day math saved your life, you know. The arch is going to be going over everything, and it will be covered in netting for 28 linear feet by 9 feet. Well, when we see an arch, we're dealing with a circle, because you got to put the other half of the circle underground and come back up. So think circle, think circumference. And so we have a circle here. We know the circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. So basically it's 3.14 times 9. I'm just going to say 3 times 9 is 27, but since there's a 0.14, I'm going to give it around a 28-ish circumference around this circle, but we're only talking about half of it. We'll get there in a minute. So let's say 28-ish feet around. Then that means this arch, to create the arch in a perfect circle, would only need to be, we're going to divide by 2. So that's going to be about 14-ish feet of travel for netting. I'm going to run my netting long ways, by the way, but the arch, the bamboo length, would need to be 14 feet. Well, that's incorrect, because if you have a 9-foot diameter circle, that means the radius is 4.5 foot. Now, if you were 4.5 foot tall, that might work for you, but in my case, it's not going to work for me, nor will it work for the blueberry. So there's the science there. Is like, I don't want just a half circle. I need to have a half of an ellipse. So I played around with some numbers, and the number I come up with is basically, if you want to know what your height is of your radius, your desired height, I know I need to be over 4.5 foot, and I don't need to be 12 foot up. I know my established width there is 9 foot. And if I just take my bamboo, I'll do bamboo that I've got in several places located in the yard. Take one stick of bamboo and another stick of bamboo and overlap it right in the high archway, but when it's laying flat on the ground, if it's 20 feet long, 20 feet, just keep your head around that. It's a 20-foot linear arch, traveling the arch 20 feet. That means it's a 40-foot circumference. If I end up with a 20-foot arch, if I do, you know, now I want to solve for the height of the center for the radius, I could easily just say my 40 foot divided by 2, roughly 20-ish feet. I'm going to have a 6.5-ish high radius. It'll be about 6.5 foot tall, but still maintain that 9-foot width. 6.5 foot is going to be sufficient for these blueberry plants. They're just getting at 5.5 foot now. I know they'll grow, but they've been established for about 5.5 years. My thoughts are I'm going to migrate toward adding more. So I'll do bamboo arches. I'll lay out the fat end right over there. I'll lay the fat end of the bamboo there. The second bamboo, I'll have the fat end down here. I'll bring them together in the middle, secure them together until an overall length of that coupled bamboo in the middle is 20 feet. I'll do that about 5 times, maybe even 6, but I'll evenly decide where these arches are going to go. Now, I won't put that bamboo directly in the ground. What I'll do is I'll take PVC pipe chopped up in like maybe 9 or 10 inch lengths, and I will stage a PVC pipe in the ground, probably straight down, maybe at a slight angle inboard toward the berries and the strawberries here. Inboard toward the herbs and the strawberries. I'll go a short piece of PVC pipe, about 10 or so inches. I'll drive that to where it's in the ground and maybe let it stick up about 1.5 inches. I'll do that 5 or 6 times evenly spaced across this 28-foot length. Then I'll do the same over there. Then I'll grab this 20-foot long piece of coupled bamboo, and I'll shove one end inside that PVC pipe. I'll bend it. I'll put the other end in that PVC pipe, and it'll be kind of flopping around. And I'll install all of them. Next arch, it'll be flopping around. Who cares? Do that 5 or 6 times. Then I've got some dried bamboo staged way down there, hanging on the side of a locust tree. I might be able to zoom in and show you. Way down there. Right? See if my finger shows up. Oh yeah, right there. See the tail end of the car, and then there's these horizontal sticks just hanging out. So with all these arches that I make, I'll secure them horizontally every so often. Establish my correct angle of the dangle. You know, I don't want my arches to be installed. Let me see if I can get my phone level. There's my grade. I'm going uphill. I don't want my arches to go like that. I want them to be level so that it appears nice. You know, it's the front side is the it's not contorted and cantered. I can't just go buy a typical greenhouse frame and install it, because everything's based on the premise you're putting it on level ground. And besides, so far this is being done with materials I have. I have a 100-foot long roll of netting that's 7 foot tall. If my arches are approximately 20 feet in length, And I'm injecting about 10 of those inches over here and about 10 of those over here. Then I'm just shy of just a little over 18 linear travel across each arch. At 28 foot, I should be able to have enough netting to cover this entire thing here, excluding that box. That box right there, which happens to have my how the hell do you say it? Jicama right here. Yeah. I got to give that jicama something to climb up. So that's what I'll do here. I'll do arches, netting, and here's the premise of how we handle this when it's done. You walk up here, unbutton something that allows the netting to open. You get in there, you walk all the way up through here, as using the cat as a reference for the width of this walkway. There you go, Elvis. It's about one chicken or one cat wide. Okay? And Brett can have access to her herbs on the right and berries on the left. And I'm considering on the last arch back here, I should, for my own sake, create an access point back there too, because in the future I may want to open it up, the netting, toss in some mulch and spread it around. I think it's more reasonable to go up there, get my mulch, back it up to the end of this, and toss mulch in. So that's what's going on here. But my next steps are I need to shore up the sides of these herb beds with boards. Do a little bit of, well, I probably will just run the mower over top of these grass clods and just obliterate them and spread them everywhere. Just to clean up easy. Instead of raking it up and doing something with it. And just chop it. And then I need to haul mulch in. Trim out the area and mulch. Especially the walkway. Then I can get on setting my PVC pipes. Now my PVC pipes, when I was talking about PVC pipe, I'll probably end up just using black water line. All I need is something that is larger diameter than the bamboo I'm going to use. But not too large, you know. If my bamboo is like 1.25, you know, my hole inside the black water line needs to be 1.25 or more. But I just need an arrangement of something that's not going to deteriorate. If I leave these short sections of 10-inch piping sticking up out of the ground like an inch or so, the bamboo is just inserted into it. Makes for repairs later a little easier. But I imagine I'm probably going to end up inserting them into the ground at just a slight angle. Not 90, you know, not 90 degrees. You know, I'm not driving them straight in. I might be at something like 85 degrees. Just a slight angle. So that there's not a lot of tension put on that bent bamboo arch right at these corners here and cause a chance of it snapping. But I will have that bamboo exiting the ground pretty damn close to the edge of this side of the herb boxes. Traveling over and trying to maintain a 9-foot wide area. Pretty darn close to right through here for the other side. Because we've got our driveway right here, there's taters and squashes, but I want to be able to go up there and use my turnaround spot and all that. So that's my plan. I got more chooching along to do. So you guys have a great day. See ya.